Hey guys, Captain Rob here from North Fork Adventures, and it is early February. We're in the middle of the deep freeze, but I've got some free time and it's not that cold inside right now. I'm going to do some work on the boat. We're going to replace the old Furuno radar that came with the boat when I got it, and it never worked really well. And got a nice new Garmin radome that'll be attached and hook up directly to my screen. So follow along. We're going to do a great video of me installing this radar, and yeah, it should be fun. Good project, and I'm going to learn a lot. Follow along. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is get rid of the old one so we can install the new one. So, sort of a little demo before we get the new one installed. And luckily we have the space to work inside, or else this job wouldn't be done for a while, because we still got snow on the ground. So we can get the top off. Let's see here. Okay. There's some early 2000s radar technology for you. And how the hell do we get this thing off? Let's see. Maybe it's these bolts here. I don't know. Okay guys, today we continue with our shop project. Went on the computer and I made a template for the mounting bracket. We're going to try this. We're going to make a template out of a sheet of scrap plywood today. And we put the old bracket with the old holes and the new mounting template together. And before I cut something out of starboard, which is pretty expensive, I'm going to test it out on a piece of scrap plywood and see if it works and all the holes match up. So I'm going to take it over the table saw and get it cut. Okay. Okay, there's our template. What the size it's going to be. Now I take it over to the drill press and get some holes cut. Okay, so we're going to start with our 3/8 holes. Go over on the drill press. Okay, there's the 1/2 inch. Okay. Got our holes done. Nice template. So let's take it over to the boat and see if she works. Okay, so Garmin gives you these threaded, looks like bolts with a hex head on the top. And that is supposed to be what mates up to. So we're going to take our template that Garmin gave us and see if she works. Look at that. Yeah. So now we're going to test if the same bracket will meet the holes of the existing. That way everything can mate up, and I know what size piece of starboard I need to buy. So I know I did it off camera, but I got the radar mast off. I'm gonna give this thing a good thorough cleaning and maybe a nice painting. Nice and like a black powder coat or something on there. Make it look really cool. It is still the icy depths of winter, so we're in the basement here in the boiler room trying to keep warm, and I've got the radar mount. I've sanded this thing and we're gonna prep her today for some paint. So the first thing I'm gonna do, hit it with a little degreaser, purple power, buy it on Amazon, Home Depot. This stuff's awesome. I'm gonna degrease this all around. Down. And we're gonna let that dry for a few minutes, and then we're gonna hit her with some primer. Okay guys, this has been drying for a little while, so I'm gonna hit it with a little Rust-Oleum primer and get her prepped for some paint. Perfect. Well, this smells like paint down here, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna paint her black. It's gonna be beautiful. Hey guys, little Rust-Oleum. We're gonna get this painted really cool shade of black. Okay, let her dry. I've taken the base plate and cut a 2-inch hole in it so I can get all the wires through, and I'm going to use this as a drilling template to get through the top of the cabin house, because that data cable cannot be cut and it's never going to fit through that small hole that's there. Oh, let me get this seated in. I've got my hole saw set up, and we're going to use this as a drilling template to get through the cabin house. Okay, let's go here. Okay, we're through. The only thing down there is the carpet. Okay. We have the proper hole. Okay guys, we're inside the cabin. We got you can see it, perfect hole. And the hole is clear all around. No dry rot, no water intrusion. So we'll seal that up and it'll be perfect to use to get all those power cables down and data cables. So on to the next part of the build. The piece for the mount came in yesterday. Haven't had a chance to get at it yet, but that's the next part. And we'll get the mount going and one more coat on the radar arch, and we're gonna get this project going. We're about to mount the radar mount today, the metal radar mount, and instead of the big thick backing plate, I made some small starboard plates. Sorry, they were off camera, but I got them done. Test fitted everything. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put a little 5200 in the main hole. That will protect it from any water intrusion. This stuff's pretty nasty, sticky, so always wear gloves. And then we'll put it in all the holes so we can keep any water intrusion out of this, because this is pretty dry right now and I want to keep it that way. The only way to do this is kind of put it on your finger and get in there. So that's what we're going to do right now. The old flat washers, sanded them down, got any bit of corrosion off. And hopefully that 5200 is going to hold up these bolts. There we go. And we should be able to get these seated up top, and the 5200 should actually hold them together till we get the nuts on. Okay, we got the nuts through, and we're gonna just wipe off a little bit of this excess 5200. Get it off the top of the bolt heads. Like I said, this stuff's pretty nasty, but it's a necessary evil. And we're gonna get this guy on there. Get him in good. Perfect. And then we're gonna mount the radar mount. I do this pretty gently. There we go. So we get all those bolts in. Okay, so that's seated pretty nice. Get these big fat washers on. Lock washer on each one. Not bad, caught 3 out of 4.